I've lived in Los Angeles for over 25 years, and my personal career was in Europe. So I was used to being able to go and see everything from the top of the line ballet down to the most experimental dance theater. And in fact, I worked at the Deutsche Oper Berlin, which is one of the largest ballet companies in the world, for 6 years while I was there, while I had my own experimental modern dance company populated by stars from the German opera ballet. It soon became apparent that because of my tandem career as an aerialist, that was my way of bringing in a really popular, fun angle to the contemporary ballet. I took advantage of my friends from Cirque du Soleil and integrated the ballet dancers and the Cirque du Soleil aerialists together. And it turned out to be a way for us to experiment with aerial dance as well as contemporary ballet and new aerial dance.
The aerial element adds, I think, a sort of fundamental connection to an innate understanding that human beings have that flying would be amazing.
LedZAerial is a piece that it took many years actually of percolation, which is not uncommon. By the time we actually premiered LedZAerial in 2006, we'd actually been experimenting with it for 3 years. But in 2006, Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page and Robert Plant came to see the show. And it went from being a ticketed show to being a private show that we couldn't even talk about, not even to our closest friends. We also had a live band for that show, which was populated by some rock stars, who all live here in LA, and some of them are married into the company. So for this LedZAerial, we have 6 classical orchestral musicians coming in to rock out on their instruments to Led Zeppelin.
I'm so happy to be honoring what we did 10 years ago with the Led Zeppelin show under the auspices of Luminario, because it seems like a perfect way to not only celebrate her accomplishment in creating the dance company, but also our history as colleagues, collaborators.
So it is really special, and the piece has morphed year after year, but it still retains its gutsy, emotional rock and roll birth.
Aerial performance, aerial acrobatics is this opportunity to create story in a space where we don't usually see it, which is above the ground.
It requires a tremendous amount of upper body strength. So from a physical aspect, the guys are at a huge advantage. In ballet, the men are lifting the girls all the time. So the men come in with a very strong upper body and a very strong core. So they take to it immediately. And there's very little coaching I need to do with them, just positioning. With the girls, the ones who are already into Pilates have a stronger upper body. Some of them do yoga, which gives them more strength. But some of them realize immediately that it would take them years to build up adequate upper body and core to be safe and learn the choreography. So some of the dancers dive right in, and some of them will privately tell me, I don't think I can be in that piece. And I'm very sensitive to that. So I always, I'll build on the dancers who feel like they're ready to build, and the ones who don't, we have plenty of other repertory where they shine. This show is April 29th and 30th, Friday and Saturday night. Doors open at 8. The show is at 8:30 at the wonderful, wonderful ballroom of Fay Dodo.
And watch these amazing performers in the air. You can see the muscle and the sweat and the beauty and the effort. But I think there's something particularly extraordinary about this immersive experience with athleticism and dance at that proximity.
For people who love Led Zeppelin, and as I mentioned before, they're terribly popular, it's a chance for them to come and experience one of their favorite bands in a theatrical dance format.